Hiya, welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel and Travel Corner, where we keep great radio from the past alive. Today we're going to Chicago and 89 WLS. If you don't know anything about WLS, they were a powerhouse top 40 station owned by ABC back in the 70s into the 80s. I mean, this station was huge. Legendary names on the air there, like Yvonne Daniels, Larry Lujak, Tommy Edwards, Bob Surratt. I mean, the list goes on, including the names on today's air check, Steve and Garry. Steve and Garry were, well, they were outrageous. They went out of their way to be outrageous, going back to the days of the disco demolition when Steve Dahl blew up disco records at a ballpark and caused the game to be canceled. Steve and Garry did everything they could to be outrageous but entertaining, and they spent decades on the radio in Chicago. Through their years on the radio in Chicago, Steve and Garry actually spent time on WLS, but they also spent a lot of time on the Loop FM 98. If you've never heard them, check out this air check. And if you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel too, and ring that bell so you will be notified whenever we post anything new. So, all right, this is a treat. Steve and Garry on WLS Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dan? Maybe you could come help us for a minute. Dan's throwing a little party in the other room. I can hear it. His headphones aren't working, I don't think.
Well, I don't know if it's the headphones or the equipment.
If you're done feeding all the...
It's when you walked from behind that cabinet.
What?
I'm working. I'm not goofing around.
He's working.
If you're done feeding all the ingrates... Like, I hear the Jewish girl that runs the computer call-out research in there eating after she just made fun of Garry.
How could you not hear her? She's here 24 hours a day.
I know. I know. She's a real shiksa.
All right, well, that seems
I don't know what that
better.
means, but I think it means a non-Jewish woman. So that wouldn't apply. George, how you doing, buddy?
Fine, Steve.
George is in here solving the problem. He's got a pair of headphones on.
He's trouble.
Get her away. Keep her away. I can hear her laughing outside the door. I think she's just about ready to burst in here and say something stupid. Get lost!
George is trouble hearing right now.
She's a pain in the neck.
She's lonely. She needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah, and then she comes up to you and says you're fat. Okay, baby.
Okay. So your hair got caught in a fat. What am I...
No, I think that the severe perm look is coming back. Stay with it for a few more years, really.
It's a whole Yentl thing.
You're riding the crest of it, babe.
All right, here we go. You're in the air.
I can't hear. Maybe I can have some headphones, Dan. I'd get up, but... Oh, my tummy's so full. Hey, thank the good people from the Matador, would you?
El Matador in Streamwood.
Because I can't get up to shake their hand.
Bring their hand in here and we'll shake it.
Bring their daughter in here. Where's she? Can't she just sit in here and look at me for a while?
She had to go back to church.
Huh?
We have gift certificates for so many
Jewish girl out there still.
For so many restaurants, but the El Matador.
Huh?
Look
there she is. Get away! Get away! She talks. She's one of those kind of people that talks even like when we're both like dead tired. We're sitting. Garry and I are sitting in the other room like comatose. You know how 10 kids between the ages of 10 and like 13 ask too many questions? Mm-hmm. She's like that, except she's like 24.
Too many questions. Not enough
nice,
time.
Though, but
she is nice.
She just talks too much.
The people at El Matador
too much.
gave us a gift certificate for a meal, and they left the dinner value out, so we fill that in. That's generous. I mean, thank you. Did they leave, or are they still here?
They're still off.
Okay.
Hello?
You're in the air, yes. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, good. I was wondering, why do
it's
you
not
have
a good
to be
idea to
21
tell
to
Garry
go
he's
see the
fat.
West?
Or me, for that matter.
Pardon?
Hello?
Or George. Hey, George, you're fat.
Thank you.
I love you, babe.
Something
Okay.
about the Park West.
I'm just bundled up here over on the couch. I've got my jacket over me. I'm just so cold. And
You are cold,
oh,
heartless.
is that a little Mexican drink there I see? A virgin something?
It's just some kind of like grape juice or Welch's or something.
Yeah, Mexican grape juice. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yes, the Park West requires that you be 21 or older.
Why is that?
Or have fake ID.
Because they serve liquor.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Do they answer IDs?
Yes, they do.
And IUDs.
All right.
Oh, that's not fair.
I know, but
How old are you?
18.
Well, life is not fair all the time.
Oh, sucks.
Where do you live?
Pardon?
Where do you live?
Humble Park area?
Humble Pie. I love that band.
Oh, yeah, tough area.
30 days in the hole.
You're like an Oreo cookie.
30 days in the hole. Well, we'll be playing someplace where you don't have to be 21 in March.
Okay, I'll look for that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
like you guys.
Thank you.
We love you.
Pardon?
We love you.
Oh, thank you.
30 days in the hole.
You're in the air.
Hey, Steve Garry.
Present.
How you doing?
Just wanted to say, Steve, I also like that 1984 song.
Oh, thank you.
I'm only 14.
Out of sight, man.
This guy wasn't even born when it was out.
Where were you when John F. Kennedy was shot?
I think I was too young to remember.
Yeah.
You were just
What
a
about-
twinkle in your dad's eye.
What about Pearl Harbor? Where were you when they bombed that? Yes, anything else?
No,
All right, well, we appreciate your comment.
you guys are great.
Hey, where were you
Thank
when
you.
I got bombed at Pearl Harbor?
You're
That
in-
was last, what?
May.
May.
You're in the air.
Good afternoon, Stephen Garry.
Good
Yeah.
afternoon, from
Yeah, I went to high school with Eddie Schwartz and grammar school.
And he was your gymnasium.
Yeah, he was really. We go off on scouting trips, and we'd have to rent the tarpaulin from Comiskey and Wrigley Park just to cover him up.
Oh, but we love him.
Well, the field is awfully soggy today because a young Boy Scout of the area by the name of Edward Schwartz has borrowed the tarp to use as a tent.
And he often spoke of passing air.
He did?
Pardon?
Hello?
Yes, he really did that.
He spoke of what?
Passing air, gas.
He wanted to be an anesthesiologist.
Right.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you
sir.
for the information. You're in the air.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Steve, is this you?
Hey, man, what's happening?
No, not much.
Beautiful.
Reason I called, I was wanting to know, take a trip down memory lane. Do you remember when you were on
A
radio
trip.
stations?
What?
Do you still ever reminisce with Travis and those other guys?
Sure, he sees him all the time down at the bowling alley.
Hey, go away, man. Leave me alone.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, you better watch it, man.
There they are.
This is Reed Bereskin.
That's gonna have him over once in a while.
Yeah, over to the studio. Yeah, that's it. Invite him over. Yeah.
Gary gets jealous.
Yeah, he's a real creep.
Do
Steve,
you ever do those airplane spins anymore?
No. I've tried to resurrect him, but I just can't.
I remember one morning I was listening to you.
Yeah, I had a 4-hour airplane spin.
And you mixed it with an acid flashback.
Yeah, like
wow.
this.
Don't try that at home.
You know, it really depresses me when people say that I was much better then.
No, I didn't say you were...
No, I know you didn't.
I've seen you come a long way, you know. I've
But people
kinda
say
grown
that
with
to
you.
me. That's really mean, I think. Like there's this guy over at the Hyatt, a bellman, a doorman.
Uh-huh.
That was a nice guy. But he says, you know, I think you peaked when you did that stuff. Well, thanks. I guess, you know, I think you peaked when you parked my car last time.
It was like a different Steve. And
Yeah,
then
well, that was...
You know, you worked your way to where you are now.
Yeah.
It's good all around. I mean,
Oh, thanks. I've been trying to figure out some way to do some of that a little bit more.
we just kind of like to see the old guys once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
Have them drop in.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep working on that, because I do like doing voices and stuff. We do a lot of voices, but the character thing was fun, and maybe, who knows? I mean, we've been doing that with George Hallis and that kind of stuff, so... My headphones are going out now, too.
Tell you what,
Mine did, too.
do a little Bullwinkle before you close the show, will you?
Okay, I love it when you request things from me. You're super. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my head. Again? Nothing in my sleeve. That trick never works. You stupid moose.
Hey, does Gary do any impressions?
I do Ratso Rizzo. I wet my pants. In my own damn place, call me Rico, damn it. And keep your meat hooks off of me. I wet my pants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's just our little bag of tricks. We have to do this and then the news.
WLS and Zenith are celebrating the 12 days of Christmas. Just listen.
For my WLS Christmas, Zenith gave to me audio cassettes and an AM FM radio.
That's what you could win tonight after 7 with Brant Miller. So write it down and remember the musical list, because Brant will give you the chance to call in and sing it. We'll add a present each day, and if you can sing the list in its correct order, you'll win everything on it. Provided by Zenith, where the quality goes in before the name goes on. Just sing them and win them, and celebrate the 12 days of Christmas with Zenith and WLS.
And the news
is brought to you by your Chicagoland Volkswagen dealers.
Kleine GTI, du siehst prima aus. Ich liebe dich zu fahren.
In Germany, the Love Boat never sails on TV. And few people, if any, have ever heard of a pet rock. So what's the Germans' idea of a good time? They love to drive. Especially in a Volkswagen GTI. Its steering, braking, and suspension systems demonstrate a basic Teutonic idea. Transportation should be fun. Fun in terms of a precision machine that respects and answers its driver's every wish. And once you drive the 1984 GTI, you'll see why the Germans just may be the most fun-loving people in the world. GTI. It's not a car. It's a Volkswagen.
Save during December on a new Volkswagen before the tax increase. Your Chicago Volkswagen dealers are dealing and have all the 1984s ready for immediate delivery.
Hey, Gary, who did that song originally? Can you tell me the artist and the title of the song?
The Rondells?
Ronnie and the Daytonas.
Ronnie and the Daytonas. I knew it was Ron something.
Take a stab at the year?
63?
You're wrong on that one. 78. 1978.
Okay.
Bringing back some memories, isn't it?
From just 5 years ago.
From just 5 years ago.
I've been trying to push it back further in my mind.
Yeah, you're silly.
And do we have Don Nelson?
Okay, Donnie, thanks for checking in. Super informative.
Super. Donnie.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
We just flew over an accident that happened on the southbound tri-state just after
Accidents
the
will happen.
Plaza.
This is your Hindenburg. Go with it, man.
Well, it's not as big as the other one. The center of the roadway
Oh, the humanity!
blocked.
The fried clams all over the expressway.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't have a nice truck like that go down and pick up some smoked sausage or something, huh? Finish up the Friday night, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, if it was clams, maybe we're smoked sausage on another truck.
I was thinking it hit Hojo's or something.
No. This is just south of the
Because this is fried clam night at Hojo's, babe. No, it is. All you can eat.
Oh, I thought that was fish.
Well, clams are fish, aren't they? No, is it fish? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I think it's a mammal. That's a mammal.
No, I think that you're wrong on that one, Gary.
It's a marsupial.
I'm sorry, Gary. I think.
Yeah.
I think that clams are bipeds, Gary. I'm going to stick with that.
Bipeds?
Mollusk, huh?
It's a biped.
Okay. Argument settled. Anyway, if you're on the southbound tri-state, it is jammed up after the Cermak Toll Plaza for about a mile.
Donnie, your mollusks are your snails, your abalones, that sort of thing. Your conch.
I thought.
Who can take the sunrise? Yeah, I do Anthony Newley. Thank you.
Very good.
We count it out, cause he sprinkles it with love and makes the world taste good.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, so just after you deposit your 40 cents at the Cermak Road Toll Plaza, you'll be sitting there waiting for a while, as that accident is blocking the center of the roadway. You can either go to the far right or the far left, or far out to get around it.
Hey,
if you're traveling on the Kennedy...
Get off at Roosevelt there. That's what I would do.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yes, that's right, you can.
Damn right you can, man. Go to Arby's.
Yeah, go to Roosevelt, Butterfield Road, the east-west, that whole same exit kind of thing.
I'd go Roosevelt east, stop at Arby's, get an eggnog shake, and then sort of backtrack down Wolf. That's what I'd do.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Don't you do that.
Let's fly over to Wolf Road and see how that looks. And we make sure he's in good shape. As Steve gives the suggestion of the night. If you're traveling on the Kennedy, it's heavy out to North Avenue, backed up again from Irving Park Road out to Nagle. About a half hour out to Cumberland. The Edens is slow out to Toohey. The outbound Northwest still a backup to the Devon Toll Plaza. Inbound jammed up from about the Des Plaines Oasis on down to Kimball on the inbound JFK. Big delays if you're coming inbound. The Eisenhower stop and go from Cicerone to Des Plaines. They just removed the stall on the heavy side. 5th out to Manheim. About 25 minutes post office to Manheim. 290 extension. on the slow side from north out to Addison, heavy around Route 53. The Stevenson itself starting to clear, tight at Kezian again around Central. If you're on the Ryan out to Roosevelt, is slow. Backed up again from 51st out to 71st. That's only 20 minutes downtown to 95th.
Such a relaxing sound.
Oh, I'm looking at something.
Zip.
No, there's all sorts of flashing lights over here.
They look like UFOs. Hey, I can't.
They're coming after us. Oh.
Oh, it's a radio tower. Ah! Oh my God! The humanity! Oh my God! Oh!
Hang on a minute. I would say this is what? County Line Road just west of 63rd would be my guess.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with the area?
I know where that is.
There's a church on the corner.
Hey, there goes a horse-drawn carriage by you. It's Santa.
Hey, that's my church.
Hang on a minute. We're coming up on it a little bit.
That's the Church of Satan out there. It's my church.
There he goes.
Is that why the black cloud is above it?
Hey, Santa's got a chainsaw. Ah! Hey! Back off with that.
Hey, there's a big truck in back of you.
Little Titi-o.
I'm sorry. Hang on.
Yeah, man.
I believe it's 63rd.
Come in.
Wait a minute.
Hey, that sounds like my alarm clock when it goes slow.
Sounds like somebody oiling up this babe.
Go a little faster. It sounds
Oh.
slow down. No, slow down.
Well, it's
Keep going down.
Ready?
That's what my alarm clock sounds like, just like that.
Yeah, when you hear it every month, once a month.
What? Yeah, tell us, Donnie.
Okay. The roads.
Gary, I'm going to take the battery out of that thing if you don't grow up, man. What?
Ooh.
What?
Bad accident. It's on 63rd west of Route 83, and the entire road is blocked.
Anybody
as we
dead?
speak. I don't know. There's an ambulance sitting down here waiting, and a couple of squad cars, and they're now turning people away.
Oh, man, it's sold out. Gary, stop.
So if you're in the Hinsdale area, watch out for that.
Get a siren.
Also, may I remind you,
What?
Gary, Steve, the roads are very slick out here in the suburbs. Just
Slick as snot.
ooh. Oh, what a nightmare.
Oh, gosh, what a nightmare.
Did you ever see Wolf Road?
No, we went over to this thing instead. We went west instead of east.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure Wolf is howling okay.
Yeah, that goes way down. Then you can hop on 55 down there or something.
Sure.
Get down to Joliet Road. That's what
you
I do.
Take that thing all the way down to Orland Park if you like.
Sure can. That's the traffic.
Yep. I'm Don Nelson, WLS-FM, Skyview Traffic.
Like it, Bob.
Okay.
Good
Best
talking
of
to
Steve
you.
and Gary tomorrow, 2:30 to 7. 15th caller.
He's not bad for a
591.
biped.
9470. We'll get an animal story.
No, bivalve. Did I say biped before?
Yes.
That's a bike, isn't it? Or a moped. A bivalve. That's what they're called. Bivalves.
Buy bonds, too.
Aren't they? Or are they bipeds?
I don't know.
No, I can't remember. Bipeds. They might be bipeds. What? Hey.
Ped would be feet. Do clams have feet?
Yeah.
They should.
Haven't you ever been to Kenny's for clams?
No.
Come on.
Tom McClan. You've seen.
Yeah.
You've seen them. Margaret,
Yes?
let's have it.
Ooh.
Officially.
And now here's the Space Age News.
Wow. Oh, good. I'm starting with a space story, too.
Here, let me shave your legs while you do the news.
Oh.
Maggie's got that news in a blender. Put the news on frappe and let's see what's happening. Gary.
Hey, there's a truck behind you, Margaret.
I'm waving him around. Go around. Go
I'll tell
around.
you, we have some slow talkers here today, don't we? Get in the right lane.
The Space Shuttle Columbia
Did that land yet?
landed beautifully yesterday. Remember that?
Even though I try to confuse people.
Remember?
Remember that?
Yes.
Oh,
Steve,
it's burning.
I get so
Oh, my
worried.
God.
I get so worried.
You're getting to be prissy again.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to lighten you
Well,
up.
you know what, Steve? It's funny you should mention it because I thought about it afterwards and I thought you are getting a little nutty, Meg.
Yeah, you're
Back
on
off.
vacation too much or something. You're working with real disc jockeys and stuff. You're starting to think real
Yeah,
again. We're gonna
yeah.
have to slap you around.
Yeah.
And we've penciled in 7 to 8 to do that if you
Yeah.
want us to come back now. We had fun last time, didn't we? Turned into that big hugging thing, that nude hugging session.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah, we don't actually work together that much. Between the suspensions and the vacations.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a wonderful memory if you think back yesterday on how lovely that landing was.
I remember Dan not having the TV set up.
The blue of the sky.
Howie not able to discern what we were doing. I remember it all. It was beautiful. You fixating on the fact that it happened at 47 after the hour, just when they said it would.
Yeah, that really...
And then admonishing me because I might have confused people into thinking that the space shuttle had blown up. It was
Steve,
a lovely time.
I get worried too much.
It's all right.
True.
It's okay.
It's true.
Take birth control.
It's okay.
Anyway, that was a lovely memory.
Can I tell you, 4X? It feels like skin. Really.
Hey, how do you get super glue off your fingers? I got some on my fingers today. No, I'm sure you've had it on your fingers before.
Yeah, right.
But the shuttle experiments...
Okay, don't tell me.
I know. With, Gary, you want to use something with an acetone base to it. May I suggest some nail polish remover?
Oh, I've got some of that at home.
If that doesn't work, well, send down to the Walgreens down the street. If that doesn't work, then I'd get some straight acetone and try that.
Or just cut your fingers off.
Or that.
Or that. Sorry, Margaret.
That's all right. The shuttle experiments go on. 4 of the 6 scientists, astronauts, are going through one more week of tests to see how well their bodies are readapting to gravity after 10 days of weightlessness. And when I think of battery of tests and astronauts, all I can picture are
There's your apartment.
all those tests that the astronauts put up with in the right stuff. You know, whirling around and weightlessness and things like that.
Stuff like that.
Not a fun week ahead for those 4 guys. GM lost some big bucks today.
Oh, no.
A jury awarded $5 million.
Is that Gary Meier, GM?
Yeah.
This is the
Gary,
car
I'm sorry,
company.
man.
The jury awarded $5 million to a woman who was left a quadriplegic by an accident caused by defective brakes.
They should have given her a new car.
It was GM's first loss
It's a new car!
in an X-car suit. The jury said they made their decision on the basis of a company memo that showed the GM knew about the brake problems before the car ever rolled off the assembly line.
They couldn't stop it from rolling, so they let it go.
When will our
What's
troops...
she going to do with them? Well, I guess
It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of money to take care of a person
No,
that's
I
a
know, but I
quadriplegic.
mean, well, I guess, yeah. You can't do anything fun with it.
Not too much.
Drop everything and go to Paris. I shouldn't make fun. It's sad.
You already have, Steve.
No, I didn't. You're mistaken.
You're a fenster.
When will all of our troops be out of Grenada? Well, they won't be home for Christmas. President Reagan said today.
It's kind of interesting. That was an X car because, you know, Gary, when you come up to a school crossing, or a railroad crossing, and you have to stop at those, it always says Xing. So kind of an interesting stop tie in there.
My.
No?
Stop and then brakes.
Well, you know, just... Yeah, brakes are important, and Xings, and it's an X car, and it didn't have brakes. And
the brakes were defective. Anyway, they won't be home for Christmas. President Reagan said today that there are now fewer than 3,000 military people on the island, but when those people will leave, we just don't know.
And Gilligan.
The skipper to the millionaire.
Cabbage Patch dolls are not the only crazy craze this Christmas.
And the rest are here on Gilligan's
Gilligan, did you see my blazer?
Although sometimes they ran the one... The millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor, and Mary Ann. They had the movie star and the rest, and they also had the one that went, the movie star, the professor, and Mary Ann.
Yeah, I think we all know.
On Gilligan's.
I think we all know that, Steve. He doesn't watch too much television, does he?
Oh, Great Beverly Hillbillies today. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
The one where Jethro wants to join the army and Uncle Jed buys him a tank. And Granny puts corks in his ears to keep the draft out.
No, I don't remember that one.
This all works together. Grenada, the military, and surplus store owners in Pennsylvania say kids are going nuts over military camouflage clothing. They think Grenada and Lebanon may have turned the kids on to military accoutrement.
Oh, I love it when you speak French.
Your tongue is so exciting when you do that.
Tip O'Neill says Ed Meese is a
Tip.
Scrooge.
What do they call him, Tip? Do we know?
He never leaves any. I know that.
Ed Meese is a Scrooge, is what Tip says. He must have said that with a certain amount of glee. Meese messed himself up, though. He says
He hates Mises to pieces.
People who go to soup kitchens at holiday time go there because the food is free, and, quote, I think they have money. The White House says that Mises' remarks were sensationalized.
Little bit.
I know how he can get out of that, though. There's this place called the Soup Kitchen in Detroit that's like a restaurant. He could just say he meant that place.
Yeah. Do that.
Call him.
Good answer.
We've got a drive-through soup kitchen near me. It's super convenient.
Larry Flint seems to be giving up his fight against the Los Angeles court. He's doing what he was told. Today he named a Los Angeles TV reporter as the source of that audio tape. Flint says that shows the government threatening
But he said
DeLorean.
that person was dead.
Well, now he says that it's a Los Angeles TV reporter.
He also said he was going to jump out of an airplane, so...
And he says, this is the tape that allegedly has the government threatening DeLorean's child if he doesn't continue to go along with the drug deal. Well, here's the other thing. Flint now says that the tape's a fake anyway. Kind of major backpedaling. And, by the way, the reporter that Flint named is John Pauley of KNXT.
Didn't Flint resign from the presidential race today, too?
Oh, he did that a few days ago. I told you that.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, when I called him out on the West Coast.
Huh?
I'd say Monday.
Oh. I didn't hear that.
His feet were killing him, he said. He had to drop out.
As a matter of fact, Steve, it's true. I did hear people reporting that today, but I did it Monday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you two. Just wrestle later and get it over with.
No, she said it. I missed it. It's my fault.
That's right.
That married rapist who decided to pick castration over a 30-year jail sentence is rethinking his decision. His lawyer told him that if he picks castration, he can't appeal, because they will castrate him first, and then the appeal won't make much sense. So, the
Just give him back
rapist
to him.
said, wait a minute.
Here you go. You want him in a sack, or you go...
Buy him by the sack.
If you're going to send any of your Christmas presents...
Hey, are you brown bagging it again, or what? To the courthouse?
You're a nut.
Get those packages
Sometimes
out
you
this
feel
weekend.
like a nut, sometimes you don't.
That's the advice from the post
That would be
office.
sacrilegious.
And some movie reviews. An incredible divergence of opinion over Scarface. I reported last night that Roger Ebert really loved Scarface. He gave it 4 stars. Today, Siskel's review is out. He hated it. He gave it 1.5 stars. USA Today reviewer hated it, too. Top movies.
Leonard Maltin.
Top movies last week, according to Variety: Terms of Endearment, #1, A Christmas Story, The Big Chill, Never Say Never Again, and Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
Kind of Smurfy.
That's a porno film. The Smurf thing.
Yeah?
It's totally porn.
It's a blue movie. I think we know that.
Very good.
Good Smurf stuff.
Oh,
WLS
Margaret,
radar
is
weather?
this going to end this weekend or what?
It's going to clear up and get cold tonight, down to 20 degrees.
Hey, we've been interrupting.
Tomorrow, cloudy and foggy. Should be drizzly. Tomorrow, up to 35. Sunday, warmer, up to 40. Right now, temperature officially 27 degrees. The news is brought to you by your Chicagoland Volkswagen dealers. Buy now. Beat the tax increase. All the 1984s are waiting for you now. I'm Maggie Brock.
Tell me what you think of this idea. Kind of a burly guy with a beard, outdoorsman type, who can't control his bladder. It's called Drizzly Adams. What do you think? Oh. Hey, Roman!
Hey, that could open for my new movie, Yentl Ben, about a Jewish girl that befriends a giant bear in the wilderness.
Did you do Brought to You By? You did,
Yes.
And
I did a lovely dramatic reading of it, too.
all right, I'm sorry. I was being stupid. All right, Roman.
Happening.
Well, we're just here, like having a little clubhouse thing happening.
Really?
And you're not welcome, thank you.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Oh.
This
Getting ready for
means
that
you.
weekend, huh?
For that weekend?
Yeah, it's the weekend.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Woogie.
It's the weekend. And, of course, we live for the weekend, don't we? Those other 5 days,
Don't mean diddly squat.
That's right.
All right. In hockey, after popping into second place yesterday, the Hawks are now back at third after losing 3-2 last night in the Spectrum to the Philadelphia.
Hold on, let me give you the announcing thing here. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now as we welcome the Steve Garry Sports Nut. He buys them by the sack. Mr. Robin Souchak. Robin?
All right. The Hawks are back in third. They lost to the Flyers 3-2 last night, and their record now is 12.
Chuck Yeager and a bunch of his friends.
The Hawks are now 12-15. They'll host the Red Wings Sunday night in the stadium. 5-12 Bulls are in 5th place and host Ralph Sampson and the Houston Rockets tonight in the stadium, and tomorrow night they'll host Cleveland. The Sting.
Yeah.
The Sting, half a game out of first, will be in Tampa Bay tomorrow night. Fly back home Sunday morning, go right to the stadium for a 1:30 game against Tulsa. And Sunday at noon, the Bears will be in Minnesota, take on the Vikings. Quote of the day from Tom Lysiak on his suspension while he's down in Florida. He said, "I guess I'll have a lot of time to play some golf." And finally, happy birthday to Dick Butkus. That's it.
Dick Butkus.
And Hermione Gingold.
Yeah. Did you guys get that check in the mail for playing the Sting song, or?
No, mail must be a little slow this week.
Oh, okay.
All right, Roman.
The mail didn't come in our mouth, so that's good.
Maybe the check's in your mouth. Check.
Well, you're going to put up all the Christmas decorations out in the front yard tonight?
Yeah, right.
Oh, they have quite a display.
You know what they do? Roman's dad smokes, and Roman saves all year long. He saves the cigarette packs, and then he
strings them.
He catches fireflies in the summer and keeps them alive in the basement. And they cut a little hole in the cigarette pack, and they take some of the cellophane from the cigarette pack, and they cover it over the hole. Well, it is, it's covering the hole because the cellophane's still on them. And then they take a little bit more and they put it on the top, and then the firefly lives in there and they put it on their tree. Oh. It's really pretty.
Very pretty.
And we just put a strobe light in the front window.
That's right.
It's like State Street.
Yeah.
And black guys come and want to buy hats.
And then I back my car in the driveway. I have my car in the driveway facing the street and just leave the headlights on. And that's it.
It's beautiful.
I like those houses that have the big displays outside and people file by, and then they can't pay their electric bill for the month. They get thrown out in January.
The Sawchucks, their tree is always beautiful. They get one of those Presto logs and decorate it. It's just beautiful.
They know a lot about this holiday.
Yeah,
they really live this holiday.
They do.
All right. Okay, you eggnog.
See you later.
Bye. 622, 94.7 W.
You know that the stuff they have, the decorations are effective because people drive by and look in their front window and go, Jesus.
LS.
Cosmopolitan, eye.
Serve bugs roasting on an open fire. Steve Garry nipping at my ears. Have a really tubular Christmas and New Year's. Love, Scott. The Valley Boy.
Hey, Bobby, why do you like soul food? Because it makes me happy.
I decided to give you one of your Christmas presents early, little Tommy.
Oh.
Here it is.
Gee, thanks, Uncle Lair. Can I open it now?
Sure, little guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, a copy of the new Animal Stories album. Just what I wanted, thanks.
It's what everybody wants this Christmas, little Tommy. And for those too cheap to buy it, you'll have a chance each hour all weekend long to call in and win a free copy of the hottest slam dance album on the charts, the all-new Animal Stories Volume 3.
WLS-FM Chicago.
Thank you
That
very
was
much.
it, man. 14 years, right down the drain.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, he surrounded himself with some real supportive and solid people. If you had done that on stage and come off, I would have at least taken you aside and said, hey.
What happened, babe?
You got a problem?
My tongue's just a little thick, that's all. Go ahead. Go to the phones. Ask. I'm okay. The Eepster.
Yep.
Oh, Gary, that was all staged.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, he didn't abuse drugs. He's in the barbecue pit right now.
Yeah, next to the pool.
Down in Memphis. I swear to God, where he's buried, it used to be his barbecue pit. Hi, I'm Elvis. I'd like to tell you about Elvis Presley barbecue sauce.
Dem bones, dem bones. 6:35.
People coming from miles around to see my ribs.
Okay, we have things to do here. People to meet, places to go.
Out of sight.
And the All My Children update in a few minutes. First, these commercials and the traffic. WLS.
Kodak redefines color photography with 4 new 35mm color print films.
Open your eyes, everything's new. The colors of life are shining through.
Kodak redefines sharpness with a film so sharp you could picture a rose bush and pick up every petal. Kodak redefines versatility with a film so versatile you could capture all the subtle shades of a treehouse in changing light. Kodak redefines fast action with a high-speed film that can stop a trapeze artist and catch all the color on his costume. Kodak redefines low light with a film so sensitive you could shoot a stained glass window by the light shining through it. New Kodacolor VR 100, 200, 400, and 1,000 films from Kodak.
The colors of life